What's the world's most expensive rubber ball and what is it used for? This one looks like a ordinary rubber ball, but it's quite extraordinary. At least if you take a look at the price on this one. It's a matter of this, if you need to ask, you can't afford it. I just did some quick Googling. I could not find any quote. It's just call for quotation or contact us. But I would suspect that it's at least a couple of $1,000s. I don't know the list price today. Let me know in the comments if you happen to be a salesperson for one of these. But what is it used for and why is it so expensive? Well, the thing is, this ball is supposed you drop it from 1 meter height. So I use a special pipe that I've cut to distance. And then you drop it. I'm just going to drop it like this. And you can hear there's quite a powerful boom. This force excitation is actually very similar to what happens when you go up on your heels and when you fall down like this. But this one is really, really strong. So it's meant to mimic the force frequency spectrum of a human heel hitting the floor. And I can assure you that when you do this test in a lightweight timber construction, it sounds really authentic. I found it very hard or almost impossible to distinguish between this and a human being that is bouncing down hard on their heels. It sounds pretty much the same. In a concrete building, it sounds kind of like someone is dropping a rubber ball. But in lightweight buildings, these ones can... It's a reproducible source that can create force excitation that is similar to what we do with the floor when humans walk on it. And that's why it's so incredibly expensive, because there's quite a lot of R&D that has been many hours that's been poured into this one to design it to be as precise as possible. And I usually refer to this one as the Japanese impact ball, because this started out in Asia, so they have been part of the standards over there for quite some time, and it's recently started to find its way into the European and Swedish standards as well. It is in Sweden we don't have sound requirements for this type of sound, so it's still kind of in the development phase, the development stage. I've been trying it out on various occasions, and it's interesting to do these measurements with more advanced types of measurements like development and research, because it's if you've ever heard the normal tapping machine, you know that it doesn't sound anywhere close to a human being walking, but this one kind of does. However, there are we still need to gather a lot more experience with this one in the field and figure out in what way we can use it properly. But I'm pretty excited to see what we can do with this one in lightweight buildings. I mean, the measurement procedure is quite fast if you have the right equipment, that is, because I think it's a good idea if you have a multi-channel instrument, so you can have several microphones in the receiving room, and then you just bounce the floor above a couple of times, and then you can record with many microphones simultaneously, and then the measurement is quite fast. I'm using the Norsonic 150 with a 2-channel measurement, and that way I can do something like this. I put my microphones, I have 2 channels, so I put them here in some random XYZ coordinates. This is the room below, and this is the room above. And then I can start the measurement, and then I go up here, and then I bam, 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 bam. I do like 4 hits on different places on the floor. And then I go down, and I move my microphones here, and I do it again. Bam, 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 bam. And then I can move them once more, depending on the room size and how many positions that are required by the ISO standard. But if you do it like that, it's it's quite fast. It's very simple measurement, but and we need to get more experience, more field data with this one, because there are several, and rightfully so, some criticism. And oh, that's not the right button. Let's see here. There are some things that we need to evaluate more with this one. I did some measurements last year with it, and then I tested 2 very similar floor configurations. And with the impact machine, the standard measurement procedure, we got, let's say we got LNT here, the impact sound level, and we got the frequency down here. We got something like, for the first floor with the hammer machine, now I'm just guessing here, and the second one was quite similar, no biggie. But when we did the same thing with a ball, let's say we do it, I think I need to draw another graph that's more pedagogical. Let's say pressure here, dB. There's a little button on this pen, so if you accidentally press it, the letters come out not that beautiful. But what happened when we did this test then with a ball? Same, this is like floor 1, and the blue one is floor 2. Very similar floors. There was just some slight changes in the details. With the impact hammer machine, what's it called? It's tapping machine. And this is with a ball. We got something like this, that one of the floors had quite a big difference in the low frequency performance. And this is interesting, because it might be that this ball reveals something down here that we do not capture with the tapping machine. However, I used 2 different ball manufacturers in these 2 measurements, because that was what I had available at the time. So it's not the same ball, but I think it's a bit strange that such an expensive ball would not have the same properties if you buy it from another manufacturer, because they are certified to perform in this frequency range. But there were also a difference between the 2 floors. But it could also be something with measurement uncertainty here. I don't know, and that's why we need to do more measurements with the ball and to figure it out, because you cannot just draw some conclusions from one case. We need to gather more and more experience, and that's what I'm going to do with this one. And now, keep you posted if I find something interesting in the future. And in today's video, I'm wearing a white shirt, blue jacket, yellow pocket square, green pants, black belt, silver and silver medal here, and a pair of navy blue socks to pick up the jacket once again. And this goes very well with a pair of black brogue shoes to pick up the belt once again. Would be kind of cool if I had a watch with a leather belt, black, but I don't, so that could have been an option too. So, anyways, all these colors, I saw them in nature and I just replicated. This is to symbolize the rising sun in the morning, because it's very yellow now and it's beautiful. The sea is open, we still have some snow on the ground, and the green, it's the trees and the grass is starting to come back to life, and it's beautiful. The spring is very nice. See you later.